Alright, here's Susan. So, a good long stroke or extension, we've talked about this, in the ongoing lessons. At this point, your hands were reaching sort of all the way out. You can see where your hand lands is about as far as it extends in the water. You want that hand to come into the water a little more quickly. So entering the hand midway between your head and the point it is now. And I know you've done a better job with that. Your stroke here was pretty much a catch-up stroke, and you've gone to a bit of a higher tempo, which is good. This is maybe just a little too much extension / delay in the initiation of the stroke. So you're doing more of a modified style of that now. But the reach is very good. Head position is very good. Kick looks comfortable. That was one of the first things we worked on. And rotation is pretty good. So a lot of good check marks in there as well. The point you're extending your hands to is pretty much right in front of your shoulder, which is where you want to be. Alright, and then underwater. So leaving aside the extended reach or the glide that the catch-up style causes, your right arm is doing at this point, I'm going to say a good high elbow catch. Your left arm is doing an okay high elbow catch. It's closer to a straight arm style. And like I've said, before, every improvement that you make going from straight arm to high elbow or early vertical forearm is a improvement. It will translate into a speed and power improvement. So that right arm pretty good, left arm okay. That's really the only comment. You're going to see that in slow motion or freeze frames in a second. Your body position is good. Your heels are right at the surface of the water. When you finish a stroke, sometimes your hands have a tendency to turn inward towards your torso before they really should or need to. So that's something that you can work on as well as the finish of the stroke. Now the line you're pulling here is good on the right and maybe just a little wide on the left. If you rewind that and watch that a couple times, you see how your left arm was pulling a little wide outside of the body. Not tremendously so, but enough for me to comment on it, right? Alright, so breakdown here. You're going to see just how long your extension goes or how long your arm stays in front with this catch-up style. Each of these frames is about 2 to 3/10 of a second going by. So your arm was out in front of you for a couple seconds before you started the stroke, and you have brought that down. I'm sort of making that comment for anybody else that might watch the video. And then I skipped ahead a little bit, and then now you're going to initiate the stroke. You can see good engagement of the lat muscle, forearm angling down, upper arm still extended forward. So that's a good to very good high elbow catch as far as that goes. A little high in the water. The whole thing is a little high in the water. So you can, on that particular stroke at least, you could have gone slightly deeper. Now, similar extension on the left side here. Good rotation. And what we've worked on is that pretty much as soon as your fingers start to enter the water now, you're starting the pull with the opposite hand, whereas here it was almost more of a hands almost touch style. And so now you're going to start the pull or the catch. And so you can see the hand and forearm starting to angle down, getting some of the high elbow, early vertical, and then it kind of comes back as a unit towards your torso. So some of it, not all of it. And then here is what I was talking about. Left hand is pivoted inward towards your torso. So there's a room for improvement on the